Hello. There are a lot of noise issues happening. You have the cars passing by.
I was told that.
The squeak from the brakes of the car. You can visually see it. So normally when you're looking at audio or listening to one, you see it as a waveform view. I like working in a spectral view, which allows me to see things I want to address. So you can see in the top section here, the that brake that happens, and then the car horn itself is this whole little section here. But you can manually go in and kind of paint out some of these noises. So I can literally draw those out as you would like in Photoshop. And you can patch those little areas, because if I did not, then it's a little noticeable.
It's not terrible. I was told that at age 20.
So I'm going in, I'm patching those little empty spaces there.
Terrible. I was told that at age.
So it's not as noticeable, but then you have the noise to deal with. So you can use different noise removal programs and plugins. So I sampled a noise profile and applied a little bit of that to the section. It's not perfect, but it definitely removed a lot of the noise. But the next step I would probably do actually before this is split it even further to address these issues. So in this view, I can actually see the audio split into different categories. They may not be labeled correctly, but it allows me even more control over the noise that I'm hearing. So now if I can solo this out, we'll hear just the voice.
And it was not terrible. I was told that at age 20. So that it was going to be deteriorating, and there was no pills, no tea or any kind of medicine that could cure it. It was going to be advancing in the future when I would be.
So the voice is definitely isolated there. However, you're noticing that it's attenuated a lot of the tonal properties of the voice. So you're missing a lot of the S's and the T's, the sibilants. Another category that it broke it into. So in this section that I broke it into, you can actually hear or visually see all the sibilants. So these little tall little lines here are kind of your S's and your T's. So then it becomes removing all the noise around those sections. But this allows me to better address, the car horn, the brake, without affecting the overall voice in a different channel here. And then lastly, we have this more room noise. So there are faint elements of her voice in there as well. But again, now it allows me to independently kind of address these issues. So if I wanted to, once again, kind of going through the same thing we did before. Select that one out. Press render. So again, I want to try to remove the noise and not the voice, which it seems to have done and left the sibilants intact. And that we can still paint out. So if I hear this together with this voice now.
Bone disease, and it was not terrible. I was told that at age 20. So that it was going to be deteriorating.
So not bad. I think that's a huge improvement from before.
Disease, and it was not terrible. I was told that at age 20. So that
we can be very heavy-handed with it and remove all the noise. However, it's a give and take. You can potentially introduce more audio artifacts in doing that. So I'd probably select this whole noise profile or audio profile and dial it back to around like 17 and hit render. The goal here again is to try to not remove the natural T's and S's in the voice that's on this channel, because we want to blend it back in with this isolated vocal track on the very top here. So what I want to do now is run about 2 more processes on here. Okay. And again, visually you can kind of see the noise reduction. We went from this very bright state here to something a lot darker. We had all these different, the hiss and the hum and the buzz happening, and they had the car horns happening, to something that's a lot cleaner. Okay, so I ran a few different plugins just trying to see the best outcome here. But yeah, so this was the audio file of just the noise, or what sounded like just noise. But it's few and far between. Again, this is just the noise floor. But again, you blend it all together.
Degenerative skeletal bone disease, and it was not curable.
So let's get rid of this pesky horn once and for all there. And there's still some bits and pieces in there that I could paint out, but again, it would just take a little bit more time. But yeah, so see, I missed 2 here, so replace that and this, and let's hear this from the beginning again. So and blend all the voice and room noise back in there.
It's not terrible. I was told that at age.
Oh, I can actually see there's a bit of the breaks I didn't even notice in the first pass here. So we're gonna do that real fast.
Huh?
And these last little breaks. Again, we can go back in here. You can see how this can take a little time, and yeah, there are a lot of AI tools that can try to do the same thing, but
now I don't need nothing, and
don't have as much control.
My life. Huh? How old were you? Oh, that was like 5 years ago, barely. So I was birthed with this degenerative skeletal bone disease, and it was not curable. I was told that at age 20, so that it was going to be deteriorating, and
so that's where the little breaks came into play there. So listening to it again, for me personally, I'd probably get rid of this bottom track there and keep the top 2, or just have it really low in the mix.
Who's going to be advancing in the future? When I would be 50, I would be on a wheelchair, and who's going to be advancing in the future? When I would be 50, I would be on a wheelchair, and that was true. But no tea.
And here were the breaks.
Terrible. I was told that at age 20, so that it was going to be deteriorating, and there was.
So yeah, we can definitely improve the overall quality. But yeah, so I just wanted to demonstrate what could potentially be done with some challenging audio. All right, hopefully you enjoyed.